We always knew Vegas was like the golden territory. So we were kind of holding Vegas back, waiting for the ideal situation to kind of appear.
As we learned, like everything kind of has to go through New York in order to really become something.
And that now going back to Vegas, doing it the right way with the right partner, it could be huge.
We were working closely with CAA at that point, and they were really just fans of the show, going, we'll do whatever you want. And I said, well, get us a room in Vegas. So by May, we are 1 week at the Flamingo Hotel. I'm literally out in front of the theater every day on Las Vegas Boulevard handing out flyers.
Our hope is we were going to put on the show and people were going to go, oh, I know exactly what to do with it. We're going to do this, or that a casino was going to give them an offer or something like that.
Wrong hotel. Rush production, an amazing historic property, not right for us. It was like really kind of an experiment. If we had run in Vegas, I don't think we would have ever gone to New York for some reason. So it was a gift.
After we're hit on Broadway and then you have all these other opportunities, it's pretty exciting. What you don't realize is that you have to raise money each time you're doing another production.
It's a crazy, crazy franchise. And listen, some of them we produce and live and breathe and eat every single day. Some of them we license, some of them we have partners.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to raise all that money, and there were some deals that were made. People helped us, and for helping us, we gave them the rights to some of these other productions. One of the Broadway partners bought the rights to produce the show basically around the world, and including Vegas.
So currently, as of September 2013, we're in our 5th year on Broadway, number 39 on the all-time longest running shows. We just passed Hair and La Cage. We are in Vegas at the Venetian, so it's fun to be back in Vegas.
And the Venetian's like the premier place to be. There's so much foot traffic. It's basically centrally located on the Strip. But ideally, to be honest, it wasn't our call at this point. We had become partners with S2BN Entertainment and a company called Base Entertainment. So S2BN, who are also partners on Broadway, were leading the charge in Vegas. So Michael Cole and S2BN cut the deal with the Venetian. So that's really why the Venetian. It was really their call.
The Bourbon Room in Vegas is awesome. What's crazy? The fact that there's a Bourbon Room bar in Vegas and you can go drink there 8 nights a week. How amazing is that? So what Rock of Ages, which started in a bar at King on Hollywood Boulevard, is now so universal. There's a bar in Vegas that's that's created out of a fictional idea from Chris Dorenzo's head. Here I go! Come on! Here I go again on my own. Ha, ha, ha.
My name is Justin Mortaliti. I played Drew in the Las Vegas production of Rock of Ages. I actually auditioned for the movie a couple years ago. I was living in LA, and because of that, I went and I learned about it. It was playing at the Pantages at the time, so I went to see the show with Constantine and learned as much as I could about it. I moved to Los Angeles from New York, so living in Los Angeles, I was trying to go for TV and film. I'm a singer-songwriter, so I was doing my music at the same time and just kept pulling me back to musicals. So this came around and I was like, you know what? All right.
Meet Dennis Dupree! Yeah!
My name is Troy Burgess. I play the role of Dennis Dupree, the bar owner. I was on the road playing Johnny Cash in a show called Ring of Fire. Chris Dorenzo, the writer, is married to a dancer, Becca, a friend of mine. We saw each other at a party, started talking, and I've got my Johnny Cash slick on and my skinny on and everything. And this is, Rock of Ages is gonna go to Vegas. I'm like, really? A year later, it comes up and I say, dude, what do I have to do? Because I need to get into this show, period. I mean, what? Just tell me. He goes, you better put on some weight. I'm like, really? I can do that. When do you ever hear that? Never.
Can you feel it?
My name is Mark Chinook. I play Lonnie in Rock of Ages in Las Vegas. I've been with the Vegas company now since we started rehearsal in November, and we're still rocking and rolling. We're having a good time. Rock of Ages has always been on my radar. I was doing other things at other times when I couldn't do the show, and I knew that there would eventually be a Vegas sit-down, and they held true to their word. They said to me a while ago that when we do a Vegas sit-down, we're going to call you, and they did. It took a while to get the show here, but they were true to their word, and they called, and I jumped at it. I love the show.
I'm Chris Chiquino, Guitar One, Rock of Ages, Las Vegas. I got my music degree from Rutgers, New Jersey, and I've just been playing music professionally for the last 25 years. A lot of rock national tours, like top 40 rock dance bands in New York, the whole New York area. Then just kind of fell into the theater thing about 7 years ago. Actually, I love this story because I went to the show as a fan. I was doing an off-Broadway show called Toxic Avenger Musical, which was written by David Bryan from Bon Jovi. So it was a similar show, it was rock, original music, but and they said, hey, we're gonna take the whole cast and company to see this new show, Rock of Ages. So I went really skeptical, thinking, well, they're not gonna be able to pull off the 80s stuff, because that's my stuff, you know. And I went there and I fell in love with the show. And this guitar player comes out, Joel Hoekstra, and he's just guitar god, and I just sat there and said, I gotta do this show. I mean, this is a show I need to play. And the next day, I just went on the internet and like searched who's the guitar player in Rock of Ages. I got his name and his info, and just called him up. And I was like, hey, dude, I want to play on your show. And I invited him to come see my show. I said, check out what I'm doing. And he came like 3 nights later and said, you're hired. You're awesome. And I joined the sub rotation for New York Rock of Ages, and subbed for him whenever he went on tour, because he's a Night Ranger, so he's on tour a lot. So I got to do the show a ton in New York. And then when they announced the tour was coming up, I threw my name in the hat and said I'd love to do the tour. They hired me. And then when I heard about Vegas, I said I definitely want in on Vegas, and they hired me again. So here I am.
Not a dime I cannot pay my rent. I can barely make it through the week.
They cast you in these roles because you are the role in a way. So I feel that I just slip into Drew's shoes pretty easily. I've been bartending for years in New York and LA, and writing my music and trying to get a record company to, you know, pay attention, playing shows and doing acting gigs, and, you know, all the while cleaning the bar off and shaking a martini. And that's what Drew is. He's just like wide eyes, big, bright dreams in this big city, you know, trying to make them come true.
I've been a dancer my whole life. So I worked a lot with Michael Jackson and on tour with Whitney Houston and Cher and Paula Abdul, all that stuff. It's, you know, especially through the 80s, heavy into that. You know, Dennis was an old rocker. You know, I did that, singing in a hard rock band in Japan and Tokyo for a year. And the funny thing is, the way I looked in that band is the way I look in the show. I got the same facial hair, long hair, everything. Of course, my wig is thicker and curlier, but you know.
I'm not cute enough to play Drew. We leave that for Justin. He's a handsome fella, and but Lonnie's the part for me. You know, it's a fit. My wife doesn't think that I'm acting up there, so it's kind of cool. But for me, for the role, it's a treat because I get to break the fourth wall and talk to the audience directly. I make eye contact with anybody that I can. I try to make them feel as uncomfortable as possible. And just sort of keep the journey moving. I really, you know, drive the show. I feel like I got a fun job to do.
It was really exciting being part of an original company of a show. I mean, I feel like that's every actor's dream, to go to Broadway and be the part of an original show and be in the cast recording and in the creative process. And with this, they wanted to bring something new to Las Vegas, so make it bigger and sexier and bolder. And so they had the original director and choreographer and costumes, set, everything. And everyone's heart was invested in this project because they love it so much. And you couldn't help but catch on to that, you know? So being part of this family of people all trying to do this great show and make it something special in Las Vegas, felt like it was the first time being done.
I wanna ride
My name's Joel Miller. I'm the wardrobe supervisor for Rock of Ages in Vegas. I worked another show with the designer Greg Gale, and he brought me on over to this one, but I've been doing this for about 30 years. I actually did touring for 10 years, and then I had my own shop in Hollywood, so for many years I was in Hollywood and working in that local there, and then I moved to Vegas. Each person probably does about 30 changes per show. So that's in a 90-minute span. So we're pretty busy back there from the minute we start. Greg's designs, I love them. They really transport you to the period. One of my favorite costumes is Dennis, and he's our hippie bar owner. And the patterns he's picked to print for the shirts and the colors of the pants and things are so true. It was my period, so I kind of know it. And I kind of feel like I should go home and look in my closet and make sure he didn't come take clothes away from me. But the platform shoes and everything, he's got lots of detail there.
You don't have to be a theater person to thoroughly enjoy it. And this show will attract people who would normally never go to the theater, never see a musical, never come to a book show. But we can attract them in and introduce them to that world. So they may try to see other shows because of that. You know, like I took a chance, I went in, and I certainly I love it for that.
And it's different every night. And that's really cool for me. Just knowing that every night's different. I don't have to feel like I have to get myself psyched up. Just go out there and do it. Whatever they throw at me, we take it and we run with it.
Hey everybody, I'm Bob Tordy and I play Hertz in the Las Vegas production of Rock of Ages, and you are?
I am Kevin Hegman and I play his son Franz.
So you're ready to have your faces melted? Let's take a tour.
The Rock Shop.
This is the Rock Shop. It does very good business. I think the big sellers are the t-shirts. I know that the CDs are going really well. The souvenir program.
The Stacy Jacks underwear.
Underwear, tchotchkes. What's really cool too about our show, they give you the lighters. They give you these little fake lighters that say Rock of Ages when you come in. So as an actor, when you're looking at 1,100 people and the song's going and they're going back and forth with the Rock of Ages lighters, it's a pretty amazing thing to see. This is one of the bars at Rock of Ages. We are a crucial full-service bar. It is required to drink. There are the Jello shots, there are the gummy worm shots, there are wine coolers. We wouldn't want our people to walk too far to get alcohol.
Yeah, our bartender actually gets the party started in the beginning of the show. He starts calling out to the audience, getting them going.
Okay, now we're closer to where all the action happens. Let's go through this door and see what's there, shall we?
Come on.
Oh, it's a theater! This is where all the magic happens. And this is what we pretty much look at every night. See the size of the theater? A lot of happy faces, a lot of tipsy faces, a lot of pretty faces, a lot of just fun faces.
Our set is decorated with 80s pictures galore, but mostly panties. Pretty much on every surface you see, you will find a bra or panty.
Now we're backstage at Rock of Ages. We're just on stage. If you kind of pan over, you can see where we make our entrances over there. This is one of the vocal booths. We have two of them here. When you're not on stage, you're back here singing. Two mics, got the headsets. We've got the cam for our conductor. Props, prop cabinet. You have to have your saxophone. You have to have your Bartles and James. You've got your Slurpees. You've got your Ready Whip for snorting through the nose. Fogmaster. 5,000 for the show. Llama. There's always a llama.
Plenty of cigarettes.
Plenty of cigarettes.
Joints.
And money. I tried putting this in some of the machines out there. It didn't go over so well. But it's Rock of Ages money.
Gentlemen, what is the best part of your job when you come out here?
The audience.
Yeah.
The audience here in Las Vegas definitely keeps us motivated because they're crazy. Because people come to Las Vegas to get crazy. So it's just the party from the get-go, and they're ready for it. So it's a lot of fun for us.
I think we're all thrilled to death. You know, I know me personally, I couldn't be happier.
It's not difficult to come to work. We're all happy, and We come in, the cast is really upbeat. The show's good. I love going out and hearing the audience just really get with the show and have a good time. They're not here to just be entertained. They're here to be part of it. It's really wonderful.
It's a different vibe out here. Everyone's out here to just have a great time and party, which is perfect for the show. When I heard they were going to do Vegas, I knew it was going to be a smash out here because there's no more perfect show for Vegas than Rock of Ages. I mean, the show is a party. Vegas is a party. They should be together.
It gives me goosebumps just talking about it because there's so much shit going on in this world that when people come into our theater and they close the door and we can take you away for 2 hours and make you forget about the crap that's going on in your life, and I know that that's what I'm doing, that's why I do what I do.
I've done great big things, but probably nothing as perfectly timed as this, where I've got my house and my wife and a great job at this age that I can keep doing what I love.
I can tell you this, really proud, like really proud. And it's just nice to know that you created this thing that's sitting now at the Venetian, sitting all over the world. The advance in Vegas is just growing and growing and growing. And I feel like, just like on Broadway, it caught on, word of mouth. Same thing's going on in Vegas right now.
I've been involved in projects that have been successful in the past, but nothing as universally loved as Rock of Ages. Rock of Ages is loved by all age groups. It is as much a family show as it is a girls' night out show, as it is a date night show, as it is an anniversary show. You can celebrate your 25th wedding anniversary, your 21st birthday, and you will have a great time. It is just a great show, and it just makes you feel great.
But the part that's been the most meaningful for me, and is to this day, is just watching the audience. Like, when I watch the audience at the curtain call, I just feel blessed to get to be part of something that touches people on that level. Like, that's just magic. Like, I can't believe that I got to be a part of that in my life, to watch an audience have that feeling and have that kind of reaction. Like, every time, it's the same kind of like electric feeling that goes up my spine.